When I became a mother, I pushed aside my own likes and the activities I enjoyed in order to make space for my baby. Slowly, I started to forget what I liked and began confusing his needs with my own needs, until I reached a point where a childless friend asked me what I like to do for fun, and I couldn't think of anything except what I was usually doing with my son: going to playgrounds, going to 5 different baby activities per week, taking 2-hour stroller walks while he was sleeping. Hey there, I'm Mercedes. Welcome to this channel. Here I'm creating stories about the hidden side of motherhood. Thoughts, the struggles, and the moments when we lose and find ourselves again. I remember my mom was always talking about our nice daily routine when I was a toddler. She would tell me how she cooked lunch in the morning while I played. Then we would go to the playground where she met 2 other moms with kids the same age. Then we would go home, eat lunch, and I would have an afternoon nap. It sounded so easy and predictable. But did she really enjoy this? Did she really enjoy cooking, lifting me up and down at the playground, and repeating the same routine day after day after day? I honestly doubt it. And I don't think she actually realized at the time, or even afterwards, that she might have lost herself in the middle of this well-oiled routine, which was, by the way, probably not as bump-free as her nostalgic memory makes it sound. So I feel this might be a common pattern among mothers. In order to make space for this little human we love from the bottom of our hearts, we sacrifice our own needs and preferences to the point where we forget that they ever existed. We start operating in this soulless robot mode where our only purpose is to complete to-do lists and serve others. At least, this was the trap I fell into during my first year of motherhood. But at the same time, there was also this weird little nudge inside me telling me that something was off. I had no idea what it was, but it refused to go away. It lingered in the back of my head. It became the background music of my entire day. It made me miserable, irritable, and lost. I felt like I was on a slippery slope where I could fall at any moment. I couldn't complete my planned to-do lists because that was simply not how babies operate, and I felt like a failure because of it. It turns out I totally had the self-sacrifice block, which is one of the most common mothering blocks. But what it is all the things that I've talked about already in this video. It is when we sacrifice ourselves, when we put ourselves to the last place, when we bury ourselves and our needs and our preferences to the point that we forget that they ever existed. Self-sacrifice block might show up in your life as eating the leftovers last, agreeing things you don't actually want to do, never buying things just for yourself, and not resting until everybody else is happy and their needs were met. There's nothing wrong with you if you have this self-sacrifice block. Most of us have it. You probably picked it up because of safety, because you wanted to provide the best for your child and your family, and you might saw the exact pattern playing out in your own childhood. But probably it does not serve you anymore. And the good news is that you can actually just let it go. The first step in this process is the hardest. It is when you notice the pattern, you notice the behavior showing up in your own everyday life. And you've already done this because you're here watching this video, so congratulations, the hardest part is already over. You just need to see the pattern and without trying to change it. So in your daily life, you can start to ask questions from yourself, like what happened, what did I automatically do, and how did I feel afterwards. Then you can just try to make a non-judgmental step back and try to see it through another lens, because we need to question the beliefs beneath this behavior. Self-sacrifice is usually built on beliefs like my needs can wait, a good mother is always available, if my child is upset, I've failed. Are any of these familiar to you? Because they are very much familiar to me. But what if instead of judging yourself, just try to become curious and ask that, is this the only possible way of seeing this? And then you might realize that taking care of yourself is not taking something away from your loved ones. And to be honest, your child's disappointment, your partner's expectations are not your responsibilities. No matter how much you feel like they are your responsibilities, they are not. Your responsibilities are the things that you can actually control, like your honesty, your boundaries, your energy, and your own choices. This self-sacrifice block is not defining you. The good news that you can actually just choose to let it go at any moment. So if you're ready for it, I'm bringing you a tiny experiment that you can try out in the following week. And it is a teeny tiny experiment. It's just one tiny act of self-trust. So you can try this week, and you can try things like pausing before answering or asking yourself what you need first. You can actually let someone else solve their own problem, or you can spend 15 minutes on yourself without explaining why. So the point is that you can start testing out whether caring for yourself might hurt anybody in your family. And oftentimes it doesn't. Quite the contrary, because a lot of things can become available for you when you stop abandoning yourself. Maybe you become more patient, more playful, maybe you have more creativity, more energy, and maybe you become more connected with your child, with your partner, with yourself, and everybody around you. So the bottom line is that by releasing the self-sacrifice block, we can actually give from a fuller place. So I started questioning, what is actually more important? Having a perfect daily routine, the perfect amount of stimulation for my child, the perfect number of baby activities, a perfectly curated toy selection, and a clean home, or finding a rhythm that serves the whole family, including myself. I needed to find myself again in order to truly be there for my child. I realized that being a soulless robot who simply completes the day does not serve anybody, not even my child. Children need real role models. I wanted my son to see the real me. I wanted him to see me when I'm enjoying life, when I'm goofy, when I'm sad, when I make mistakes, and when I find my way back again. I want to be a living example for him that it's okay and safe to enjoy life. So I started looking inside myself. I started spending time with myself while my son was napping. I journaled, and slowly I started to realize that the thing that was missing was actually me. So I started to do things that I enjoyed. I ditched almost all the baby activities and playgrounds, and we started going to forests instead. We went to museums. I started drawing. I started my YouTube channel. I started doing inner work. I enrolled in courses about my own self-development instead of endlessly consuming parenting advice about how to put babies to sleep. And ultimately, I became much more conscious of my thoughts and feelings, and I started to feel in control again. I know this is not the easiest or most conflict-free way. Meeting everybody's needs means making compromises. But to truly feel joy, we often have to go through difficulties and discomfort first. It is painful and challenging to care less about what society and other people think about me and my parenting. It is challenging to take time away from my child to think about myself and to treat myself well. I don't say I have figured everything out. Not even close. I am still working on it, but now I allow myself to create and enjoy life while also being a loving mother to my child. I hope you enjoyed Missy drawing, and here I just wanted to tell you like a story what happened with me yesterday, which is actually connected to the whole topic of this video. So yesterday I had a pretty good day actually, because I got to do a lot of things that I wanted to do. And yeah, it took compromises, but let me tell you. So first, my son wanted to play with me while I was talking with my husband, which I really wanted to talk with my husband at the end of the long day. So my son wanted me to go far away where I just couldn't hear my husband. So I was just telling him that, no, I will stay here now talking to daddy, and meanwhile, I can play with you. I can hold this stuff that you want me to hold. I think we were making soap bubbles. So I can just sit here where I can talk with daddy and I can hold the soap bubble for you. And that was a compromise. And then he didn't complain, and I could continue the conversation with my husband, which I wanted to. Then I also wanted to do my workout at home. So I just started to do it, and then my son was actually interested in it, and then he was watching at me, and we had some fun because he was running around me trying to mimic the exercises. But the point is that before starting the exercise, I was like, should I wait with this, or should I do it another time? Because now we are playing, and now I have to play with my son and so on, and he would be upset about me leaving to go my workout and so on. But you know what, I just started it, and then he was totally fine with it, and then it took 20 minutes, so it wasn't the end of the world, and I felt so much more energized and just better in my body after I moved. And I had just way more energy playing with him afterwards. I did the things that I wanted to do, and I really enjoyed the playtime with him after I took care of myself and after I took care of my own needs. So what I wanted to say is that a lot of times it only takes a sentence to tell to your child that, look, this is what I like to do now. So let us just try to do it and just see how it will go. I actually pretty liked experimenting this format of a video while I was drawing, so let me know how you liked it, and I would really like to have you here, so consider subscribing because that would be amazing to build a community of like-minded mothers here. We'll see each other in the next one then.